Hello children, welcome to NEET World. This is Narayani. I am your foundation biology educator, and in yesterday's session children, we discussed about the level 2 questions. We have already completed the all questions from the level 2. It's for the level 1 questions, they are quite little difficult. If now we are discussing the level 3 questions, already I discussed one question before. So firstly, I will discuss another more questions. In level 3 questions, you have to focus, you have to analyze the question properly. At least you have to spare 1 minute to read entire question and options, then only you can keep the right answer. So you have to check 1 or 2 minutes. We have to at least spare 30 seconds of reading the entire question. Then you can answer the easily in the level 3 questions, because level 3 questions are quite a bit difficult than the level 2 questions. I hope you all going through my classes children. If any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. So before starting the session children, I usually tell you the very important news for you. So here we are starting the foundation summer camp course children. Already the batches are started children. So we are categorized these 15 days. We are the summer camp course is between 15 days. In these 15 days we are the core concepts which are related to the NEET and JEE examinations, the basics which are required for those examinations, the core concepts will be there now. So we will discuss those concepts in the 10 days. Especially in 10 days, we are focusing on the basic level of which are very important for the examinations of NEET and JEE. You have to, when you know the basics very clearly, you can easily understand when you are in 12th and 11th and 12th standards children. So we are discussing those 10 days the basic concepts, and 2 days will be we are focusing on the activities based learning. In the activity based learning children, you will get to know, you will get enthusiasm to how it is happening and all that. It will be quite interesting. So that is why in the 2 days we are focused on the activity based learning of the concepts which are very important for the examinations of NEET and JEE. And after 12 days children, we are in 13th day, we are conducting the quiz. We are conducting the competition of quiz. So you can check your performance, how your performance was increased then before and after. You can analyze for yourself by we are conducting the quiz, and we are announcing the prizes also in that. So in this 13th day, we are keeping the quiz of the concepts which are very important concepts from the we discussed. And 14th day, we are keeping you the accumulative assessments of subjects we are discussing about. Mainly we are dealing the subjects of physics, chemistry, mathematics and biology. And so in the accumulative assessments, oval and test will be we are conducting. Thereby you can analyze your marks through in the paper. And 15th day, in after 14 days of completion children, in the 15th day we are going to providing you the career guidance program. So in career guidance program children, if you are really wanted to do something, you don't know the way, we are by one-on-one interaction, we are guiding you the what kind of exams will be there and how to reach that your goal, and everything will be discussed on one-on-one interaction. That is why we are providing the career guidance program. It is very useful for you children, and this is how we are categorized the 15 days of your to get your success foundation summer camp. So these foundation summer camp for the class of upcoming of 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th people. So already batches started children, and both CBSE and SSE also, the medium of learning is through English medium, and we are using the digital panel children. We are creating the wonderful videos to get the concept to be understood children. This is how we are categorized the NEET Foundation summer camp course. So I hope you all will be joining these classes. So it is both offline also and online also. For offline people, you can happily come to our institute name called NEET World, present in Hyderabad, Narayani G near metro station. And those who want to join through online children, so down scrolling number is there na children, you can contact with that number. So we can, if any queries also, just contact with that number. And very important children, and we will give you the access our app name called NEET World. There you can happily access our online classes children. So already batch has started children, and very important news children, the 1 week class are absolutely free. There is no need to pay 1 rupee also in the week of 1 period. So it is your your choice to join in these classes and get benefit. This is how we are categorizing children. I hope you all of you seen the classes. So this what about it. So we are discussed the level 2 questions, no children? So let's see the level 3 questions. 1 minute. Okay. So here the first question we discussed already, children. So what was the answer for it? We quickly done this question. So diatoms float in water due to the presence of sunlight and storage of fats. That is why they are bouncing, they are exhibiting the bouncy condition. Of course it is true. The storage fats with silica, right? So AIDS virus kills WBC, which is nothing but the immunity, which reduces the immunity of the body. Of course it is also the truth statement. The main the virus AIDS will be come through the sexual intercourse, and also the needles which are used for the affected person, it is used for the healthy person, it is also transmitted, and by the by the blood transfusion also it will be affected, right? So Escherichia coli is present in intestine of human, where they help in digestion of food. Of course it is a good bacteria which helps in the digestion of food. This is also true. This is also true. Okay. A virus consists of double-stranded DNA. 1 minute, children. What is the question? 1 minute. Okay. So here the fourth statement, a virus always consists of a double stranded of DNA or RNA surrounded by a protein coat. Of course, virus having the DNA, either the genetic material is maybe the DNA or RNA, but as they are small and the virus, virus are smaller than the bacteria, virions are smaller than the virus, prions are smaller than virions, right? So that for the prions, these are the come under the group of virus only. They have the abnormal unfolded protein, right? So here the statement is false. That is why the answer is B. So we have already been discussed this topic. The answer is 3 truths, 1 false. So first 3 statements are true, children, and the fourth statement is absolutely false. So because virus, virions also there and prions also there. That is why they have the prions have the protein, genetic material having the abnormal protein, right? Unfolded abnormal protein. That is why the answer for this, it is a false statement. Another 3 are, first 3 statements are true, right? So the answer is B, having the 3 truths and 1 false. So here is the, for the 51st question, children, I mean level 3 is the first question, the answer is B. Coming to the next question, they are asking the select the incorrect statement. So they have given the some 4 statements, children. So we have to analyze the incorrect statement in these 4 statements. So let's see this, children. Okay. Select the incorrect statement they asked. So anthrax is a bacterial disease that affects humans and cattle. Of course, anthrax is a, when we are discussing the bacterial diseases and fungal diseases, then we know about this. Anthrax is a bacterial diseases that affects humans also and cattle also. They affect the humans also and cattle also. Mainly we will see mostly in cattle, but in humans also it is occurs. So it is a very dangerous disease, children. So here the first statement is true. Anthrax is a bacterial disease. So it is a right statement, children. So coming to the rust of wheat is a fungal disease that spread by air. So see here the table, children. Some of the plant diseases and the causative organisms be given. So citrus canker occurred through the citrus canker is a bacterial disease, children. Citrus canker is a bacterial disease, and the causative organs, that is why it is a bacteria. The citrus canker occurs by the bacteria name called Xanthomonas species. Xanthomonas, bacterial species it is. So the citrus canker occurred by the bacteria. The mainly occurred by the species name called Xanthomonas species of bacteria. The mode of transmission to one plant to another plant is by through air. Through children? Air. Through air, it is transmitting to a healthy plant to, unhealthy plant to healthy plant. So coming to the rust of wheat. Rust of wheat is a fungal disease, because that is why the causative organism for it is fungi, and it is mode of transmission is air and seeds. Through the air and seeds, it travel to one plant to another plant. And coming to the yellow bean mosaic disease is caused by, it is a viral disease, children. If they asked, in 1 mark questions, if they asked, give me the one example diseases of the bacteria, fungi and virus, you can write the citrus canker is a bacterial disease. It is affected by the causative agent is bacteria, and it is mainly occurred with the xanthomonas species. The mode of transmission is through air. And coming to the next one, fungal disease. The fungal disease of rust of wheat is mainly caused by the fungi, and the mode of transmission is air and seeds. The yellow bean mosaic of bindi is caused by the causative agent of this disease is virus, and the mode of transmission is through insect. The mode of transmission is through insect. So here they are asking, see children, of course the first statement is absolutely correct. As we discussed, the anthrax is a bacterial disease that affects both humans also and cattle also. So here see, the rust of wheat is a fungal disease. Of course the causative agent of the rust of wheat is fungi. The causative agent of rust of wheat is fungi. That spread by air. Of course it is the right answer, children. By air also, seeds also, it is transmitted to one plant to another plant, unhealthy plant to healthy plant. This is also the right statement, children. Coming to the next statement, children, citrus canker is a viral disease, they are saying. No, it is absolutely wrong statement, because citrus canker is caused by the bacteria. The causative agent of the citrus canker disease is bacteria. It is mainly occurred by the xanthomonas species, as we discussed. Xanthomonas species of bacteria, and they cause the lesions in the leaves, lesions in the leaves, fruits mainly. So the causative agent of the citrus canker is a bacteria, children. The causative agent of the citrus canker is bacteria. It is transmitted through the air. For the healthy plant to unhealthy, for the unhealthy plant to healthy plant, the mode of transmission through is air. So citrus canker is not a viral disease, it is a bacterial disease. Citrus canker is a, children, bacterial disease that affects the citrus fruits also, leaves also. They cause lesions on the leaves and fruits. So here it is a wrong statement, children. C is the wrong statement. They are asked the incorrect statement. According to this statement, it is an incorrect statement. Let's see the last statement also. Yellow bean mosaic is a viral disease that affects bindi. Of course, it is a correct answer. See, we already studied yellow bean mosaic of bindi is caused by the causative agent of this plant disease is virus, right? It is transmitted through the insect. It is transmitted through the children insect. So the incorrect statement, these are all correct statements. You have to first you have to read the question very properly, children. They are asking the correct or incorrect statement. We have to see that, and if it is they ask incorrect statement in it. So here is the incorrect statement is the citrus canker is, they are saying the viral disease. It is not a viral disease, it is a bacterial disease, children. So that is why it is a wrong statement. The answer for this question is C. Option C is the answer for this question. So I hope you all get understood, children. Okay, coming to the next question. So here they are giving, refer to the given outline of a nitrogen cycle. Identify X and Y and select the, 1 minute. 1 minute, children. Okay. See, they are asking refer to the given outline of nitrogen cycle. They given the nitrogen cycle outline, children. So identify X and Y, select the correct statement regarding this. They are asking the correct statements regarding this. They are asking what they ask, see. So soil nitrogen pool, which means soil have rich in nitrogen here. So it is a plant biomass, animal biomass and decaying, and it is again gives rise to the, they are asking which what is converting it is. So it is here the plant biomass, animal biomass, right? It is a plant biomass, it is an animal biomass, right? When it is decaying, it providing which? Again it is giving to the soil nitrogen rich in amount. So what is that process they are calling? And here it is saying, see here, soil nitrogen pulley, it is showing biological nitrogen fixation. When we have studied in the nitrogen cycle, children, so the first step is the nitrogen fixation, and through industrial also nitrogen fixation is occurring, and electrical nitrogen fixation. So you are asking in which form, again the atmospheric nitrogen, how it is going back to the atmosphere. So see, so in atmosphere, children, how much amount of nitrogen is present? About 78%. How it will be constant? By using all, is for the plants, animals and everything, nitrogen is required. Of course, by utilizing it is also how it is the stable 78% of nitrogen, how it is, how it is there. It is should not be stable, no. Then how it is, it is stable. So here for this, children, so it is again giving back to the atmosphere, to the atmosphere. Again the nitrogen which is utilized, and again it is a giving back to the atmosphere. That is how we are studied the nitrogen cycle. Cycling is what, children? It starts at one point, again giving back to the same point. So how it is stabilizing? This is how the nitrogen is stabilizing in the atmosphere. So there is various process. The first step is nitrogen fixation. Is the nitrogen can humans can they have the machinery, or they can utilize directly? No. The answer is absolutely no. The humans cannot utilize the nitrogen by itself, because we don't have that mechanism. But those organisms which have bacteria having the mechanism that can able to utilize the nitrogen. So they are making the utilizable forms as nitrates. Nitrates can utilizable by the plants, either by the symbiotic association, by benefiting both other species. Rhizobium bacteria and leguminous plants are the good example for this, right? So it is present in the roots of the root nodules of the plants. Children. So by the rhizobium which fixes the nitrogen, and the nitrogen which is fixing by those bacteria which is utilized by the plant, and for the children, for the bacteria it getting the shelter, right? It's getting the shelter. So this is how the both organisms are, the mutualization is happening. Those both organisms are getting benefiting, right? So if it is a plant, children, so if it is a plant, in the roots having the bulb like structures, in that the bacteria will be present. So it is converting the atmospheric nitrogen in the form of nitrates. Those can be utilized by the plants. How much the plant need, that can be utilized by the plants. Another all can be rest of the nitrates will be present in the soil, right? So thereby soil is also enriching the component of nitrogen. The primary requirement of the soil is nitrogen, right? The primary nutrient of the soil is nitrogen. Thereby the plants can grow. Mainly the paddy and wheat, they require more amount of nitrogen, right, children? So that paddy and wheat plants, these are our staple foods. In day-to-day life, we are eating this, we are taking as staple food. So this is how indirectly we are getting the nitrogen in our body, right? So this is how we are the body for the production of nucleic acids like DNA, RNA. For the formation, the nitrogen is requirement. We are indirectly eating taking the nitrogen with the staple food paddy and wheat, and leguminous plants like groundnut, pea plants like that. So the requirement of the nitrogen is utilizing in our body by making because the nitrogen is requirement for the production of nucleic acids like DNA, RNA, amino acids, whatnot, right? So this is how the nitrogen is utilized by our body. For the animal, children, so like plant eaters, they depend on the plants. So how they are getting indirectly the nitrogen. right? And the carnivores which are dependent on the plant eaters, right? What are carnivores, children? Carnivores are nothing but they are animal eaters, okay? There are non-vegetarians. You can easily remember like this also. They depend on the meat. They depend on other animals' flesh. Example, lion, tiger. So they are indirectly getting the nitrogen itself, right? This is how they in their body the DNA is making up. The RNA is making up, the nucleic acids are getting making up, and the proteins are producing in it. This is how because that means nitrogen is requirement for the plants also, animals also, for every and humans also. So this process is going on, but still the stable amount of nitrogen is present in the atmosphere, because we are again giving back to the atmosphere. How? After nitrogen fixation, the nitrates it is utilized by the plants. After we are also indirectly using, humans also using, cattle also using. When they are died, when they dead and decay like plants, those complex organic proteins which will be converted into ammonia. That process we call it as ammonification. So the organic complex proteins which are converted into ammonia with the help of the bacteria only, children. So that process we call it as ammonification. Which bacteria is going to help for the those dead and dead plants, animals are converting into ammonia? Which bacteria is acting on it, right? Those are the Bacillus racemose and Beta vulgaris actinomycetes. So these are the children, these are the bacteria which are used for the ammonification. If they ask which bacteria is involved in the ammonification, what is meant by ammonification, children? Ammonification is nothing but the conversion of organic complex proteins into ammonia. With the help of it occurs with the help of the bacteria only. The bacteria is called Bacillus racemose, Bacillus vulgaris, actinomycetes, which these microorganisms which act on the dead plants and decaying of plants, they are able to converting the complex proteins into the ammonia. So that process we call it as ammonification. After ammonification, children, nitrification will happen. So this ammonia, after ammonia, children, it will convert into the again nitrates. So first what happened? Nitrates are going to, nitrogen is converted into nitrates. These are utilized by the plants, animals, humans and all that, right? After these dead and decaying, after they died, okay, these complex body, organisms which converts these nitrate, they have the nitrogen itself, they are assimilates in their body the nitrogen, that converts into the ammonia. The complex proteins which are converted into the ammonia, this ammonia is going to convert into again nitrates. So this process is called as, children, nitrification. Again these nitrates are again going back again they are converted into the atmospheric form, nitrogen form. This process we call it as denitrification, which means the nitrates which are utilized, which are again going back into the atmosphere. This is how the four main steps which are involved in the nitrogen cycle. The first step is nitrogen fixation. In the nitrogen fixation, nitrates will be formed. Those are utilized by the plants and indirectly utilized by the animals, humans and all that. After these organic, complex organic bodies which after they die decomposing with the help of the bacteria, name called Bacillus, with the help of the microorganisms like Bacillus racemose, Bacillus vulgaris and actinomycetes, it is going to convert the ammonia. That process is called as ammonification. this ammonia will again convert into the nitrates. That process we call it as nitrification. That is also with the help of the bacteria only will happens. Which bacteria, children? The bacteria which will involves in the nitrification is Nitrococcus Nitrosomonas, Nitrobacter. As they are involved in the nitrification, there are also names as the Nitrococcus, Nitrosomonas, Nitrobacter and all that. So, these are the main microorganisms which involves in the nitrification. After this nitrification, the process is, children, denitrification. In the denitrification, the nitrates again going, again getting back into its original form. What is the original form of nitrates, children? Nitrogen, right? This is also the microorganisms are involved in it. Those we call it as, denitrificants. Denitrificants. In the denitrification process, the involved microorganisms we call it as denitrificants. What are they, children? Pseudomonas. Here I written, children, see, Pseudomonas, denitrificants, Theobacillus, denitrificants, Nitrococcus, denitrificants. These are the main microorganisms which are again getting back to the converting, which helps in the conversion of nitrogen, and this is how the nitrogen is stable in the atmosphere. So, right, so they are asking which, they are asking which are the X and Y. Is it a nitrogen fixation or nitrification or ammonification or denitrification? They are asking. So, answer this, children. In the first question, the options here they are saying in the process X, the protein is converted into ammonia. They are saying that in this process, protein is converted into ammonia. They are saying protein is converted into ammonia by the action of bacteria while the process by nitrates is present in the decaying remains get converted into the nitrogen gas. No, because this after the denitrification, in nitrification, the amount of nitrates are formed, which will be the how much utilization of plants will be over, then only it getting back into the atmosphere. That process we call as denitrification. So here the oxygen is rich in the soil is rich in nitrates. This again getting back to the atmosphere. This process denitrification, no, children. This process is denitrification. This process is denitrification, right? So here the plant biomass, animal biomass, after the death of these plants or animals or humans, everything, those by the help of the bacteria they are decaying and they are producing the those organic complex proteins get converted into the ammonia, right? That process we call it as ammonification, right? Ammonification. This is the denitrification, children. This process is ammonification. Ammonification. So here they are saying in the process X, the protein is converted into ammonia. They are saying. In the X, they are saying it is the ammonification because the protein is converted into ammonia. They are saying. Of course, the first statement is wrong. So first statement is wrong. See the second statement. While in the process, while nitrates present in the decaying remains get converted into the free nitrogen gas. No, they are not. They are again not going to the atmosphere, right? They are again going into the soil. So the first statement is absolutely wrong. The first statement is absolutely wrong. So here what we say, children, this is the denitrification. This is the denitrification. Here it is the ammonification. Here it is the ammonification, right? See, if you now we will see the next option. In this process X, nitrates present in the soil. In the X there is say nitrates present in the soil get converted into the free nitrogen gas. Of course it is a correct statement. The X is the correct statement, children, because the nitrogen present in the soil again get back into the atmosphere nitrogen, right. So here it is, the first statement is absolutely correct. While in the process Y, protein is converted into ammonia by the action of bacteria. Of course it is also the right statement, children. So in the process of Y, children, in the process of Y, the protein is converted into the ammonia by the action of bacteria. With the help of the action of bacteria only, this nitrates get converted into ammonia. This process is called ammonification, right. So here the second statement is absolutely right. Let's see the another two statements also, children. In the third statement they are saying process X represents the conversion of ammonia into nitrates. In the X they are saying conversion of ammonia into nitrates. Absolutely wrong. Here in the soil nitrogen pool, they are rich in amount of nitrates, right. They are rich in amount of nitrates. There is no action of, there is no presence of ammonia. By the see the conversion of ammonia into nitrates, while Y represents the conversion of nitrates into free nitrogen gas. So, no, here it is the the nitrates is converting into the ammonia. The complex organic proteins converted into ammonia. So here it is the wrong statement, children. Let's see the last statement. Process X represents the conversion of ammonia into nitrites. Absolutely wrong. While the process Y represents the conversion of complex organic compounds like proteins into ammonia. Here is the Y statement is right, but the X statement is absolutely wrong. In the X, what they are saying, conversion of ammonia into nitrates they are saying. No, it is actually forming the original form of nitrogen, right. So here it is the although here it is the Y statement is right, the X statement is absolutely wrong. So the answer is B, children, because the both statement of X and regarding Y is both are correct. So that is why the option B is the correct answer. So let's see the next question, children. So in the 54th question, they are asking, referring to the given figure, different steps regarding antibodies fighting against a disease they are asking. They are given the one diagrammatic representation, children. So we have to analyze what it is meant by. So we have to arrange the correct order in it. Refer to the given figure showing different steps regarding antibodies. They are asking about the antibodies. 1 minute. One minute, children. Okay. They are asking about the antibodies, right. They are asking about the antibodies. What are antibodies, children? The pathogen attacks. What is meant of pathogen? The diseased microorganisms which cause to the disease for us or animals or everything or plants, we call it as a pathogen. The disease causing organism, we call it as pathogen. If the pathogen attacks, what will happen in our body? In the blood, what we have? WBC, nothing but the immune cells. So if they attack, what happen actually, how the how body protect us from the pathogens, we'll see here. Fighting against the disease, they are saying the antibodies which are present in our body which is fighting against the disease, they are asking. If it is a pathogen, children, it is attacking in our body, whatever the quantity it is releasing in our body, if it is releasing some, suppose it's genetic material, it released its genetic material or cell wall material, whatever. If it is a pathogen, example bacteria, like which causing the common cold, okay, common cold is caused by the virus name called rhinovirus. So if the bacteria is attacking that in our body, what will happen? In blood, in our blood, the WBC will be there. What is WBC? WBC is nothing but the immune cells, which means they fight against the disease, they fight against the pathogen, which leads to the causing of a disease. So what they will do, if they are present in our blood, after entering the pathogen in our body, what they will do mean, see, here the pathogen is attacked. So this is our immune cells. This is our immune cells. When they, when when the pathogen attack us. So our immune cells, attack the pathogen and it is round up the pathogen, and when it is round up, it will be like, it is surrounded by through the, our immune cells. What the immune cells will do, they will fight against the pathogen, they will eat it actually, okay. They leave, so they round up the pathogen. After that, immune cells will eat it, will destroy it. So this is how the, the antibodies fight against in our body. So so where these immune cells will produce, or WBC cells will produce? In the bone marrow, in the bone marrow, right. To if you need more immunity, so the bone strength is always required. So for the bones children, vitamin D and calcium is very important. Vitamin D and calcium is very important for the, calcium is very important for the bone strength. So if you have, those people which have high immunity because of they having the vitamin D and, calcium in their bone, because those cells which are, in the bone marrow only, the production of WBC is happening. When the WBC is having much, so the immunity is more. So the bone strength will be more, should have more. So that we need the vitamins of vitamin D and also, calcium is required. So when we have the bone strength children, if the pathogen attacks our body, what will happen? In blood, the WBC cells will be there. Their production happen in the bone marrow. So those WBC cells, which means white blood cells, which attacks the pathogen, which round up the pathogen, which not allow it to, which not allow it to grow. So it will round up and it will eat it, or it will destroy it. This is how the, antibodies, actually these cells which release the antibodies, which round up the, antigen, then it will eat it. This is how the, antibodies fight against if any pathogen attacks in our body. That is why in corona, when we are going through the corona children, so the vitamin, along with the all tablets or along all prescription, the vitamin D tablet also we take it because of the, because of the, if we have the immunity. Some people in India children, so they do not know about they acquired corona, because their immunity is so strong, by that they do not feel the symptoms also. Just the common cold are affected them and it is gone away, because of they have the high immunity. Because how the immunity will be produced? With the help, WBC. Those cells will be produced in the bone marrow. Both for the bone marrow, vitamin D and calcium is more required. That is why children, so in India most of the people does not, they does not felt the corona is like a serious disease, because they don't know it is, they have suffered with corona. They just felt the common cold and it is, it is the disease will be gone away, because they have the high immunity. That is why immunity, if you have the more immunity, so the pathogen which whatever it will not cause any harm, because the fight against the pathogen, they fight against the pathogen. If does not have more immunity, what will happen children? The pathogen itself attack us. If we have the more immunity, what will happen children? If we have more immunity, so our immune cells like WBC cells which attacks the pathogen and it kills off. Otherwise, if we don't have the more immunity, what will happen? It will attack the, the pathogen itself attack us and it will kill us. That is why we have to have more immunity. So here what they are saying children, first they are asking how the antibodies fight against the disease. First, it is a pathogen which is occurred. Then what immediately happens? The white blood cells will release the antibodies, so it will round up the pathogen. After the rounding up the pathogen, it will round up, after that it will eat it or it will destroy it. So the sequence is first, second is the first, after that is it round up, and after that it will destroy it. So here is the sequence. The sequence is first answer, children. First it will, whenever the pathogen enters in our body, what will happen? The antibodies releases it and it will round up and then it destroys it. Here is the first option is the correct answer for this question. So this is how the immunity helps in our body. That is why the white blood cells count is very necessary for us. So they are act on the, they are more in count. So it will be no problem for us because they fight against any pathogen. This is causing organism. If they are low in count, it will be harmful for us. So by the food habits, children, we have to increase our bone strength. There will be the more production of WBC cells will occur. Thereby we can fight against the diseases. 1 minute. I hope you all are clear. If any problem, just let me know. One minute, children. Okay. So here is the 55th question, children. So let's see here. Here they are saying refer to the given figures P, Q, R, S. Here it is the P. Okay. Here it is the P. Here it is the Q. Here it is the R, and here it is the S. Okay. Which of the following statements are correct regarding this question they are asking? So regarding, they are given the pictures of some children. So we have to, according to this, which is the correct statement, we have to identify it. Let's see. P is the mold from which penicillium is made. It's absolutely wrong, children. Of course, right? It is a rhizopus. It is a mold, but it is not a penicillium. It is a rhizopus. It is a multicellular fungi. It is a multicellular. It is a multicellular fungi. So it is a multicellular fungi, children. It is a microscopic, and these are the rhizoids made up of hyphae. Nothing but the collection of hyphae we call it as a mycelium. So here it is a sporangia. So when they burst, the seed like the seed like appearance, they are called spores. When they dispersed, when the sporangia is burst, they dispersed in the ground. Under favorable conditions, it is again gives rise to the mold. They are also called as bakery nuisance because they most grow in the bakery areas, in the loaves of the bread and cake. That is why they are also called as bakery nuisance. They are also called as bakery nuisance. So here is the first statement is absolutely wrong because P is the mold which cannot be found by the penicillium. Right. Coming to the R, children, they are saying R is considered as a linking between plants and animals. Of course, it is what is, children? It is a euglena. Euglena is the connection between the plants and animals. Why? Because they are in the absence of the light, they are exhibiting the characteristic of yes, they are exhibiting the characteristic of in the presence of light. They are acting like the plants because they are preparing their own food. Euglena is preparing their own food in the presence of light. That is why they are the euglena is considered as the link. They have their link between the plants. And why the animals mean, children? So here the animals doesn't have the cell wall, right? Animals doesn't have the cell wall. So here's the euglena having the cell wall. No, the protozoans are also called as the first eukaryotic animals, right? So this is how R is considered as the common connecting between the plants and animals. Here is what is the characteristic feature of plant, children? They are they are preparing their own food material in the presence of light. That is why they are having the connection between the plant. So coming to the animals, children. So they don't have cell wall. Animals also doesn't have the cell wall. Is the plants having the cell wall? Of course, plants having the cell wall, right? But animals doesn't having the cell wall. As we are considering as the protozoans are the first eukaryotic animals. So here is it is a connection between the both plants and animals. Here is the statement of R is correct. So here is the first statement is absolutely wrong, children. So coming to the third statement, children. So Q and S are parasites which live in the bodies of other organisms including human beings. Q and S they are asking. It is the P, it is the Q, it is the R, it is the S. P, Q, R, S. Q and S are parasites. Of course, these are parasites. Live in the bodies of other organisms including human beings. Of course, what is this, children? It is a giardia, which causes the disease of giardiasis. If it is not treated, children, it leads to lethal. It leads to death, right? So it is a giardia. It is a protozoan, children. It is also protozoan. So these are the parasites which mainly feed on the other organisms, including humans also. It causes the giardiasis, which if it is not treated correctly, it will leads to death. So if to cure this, the most preferable material food is to eat is black walnuts, grapes. Should eat more to prevent this. It is occur through the contaminated food and water. So here is the third statement is also correct. This is the first statement is correct and third statement is also correct. Coming to the next one, children. Coming to the next one, R and S bear chlorophyll and prepare their own food material in the presence of 1 minute. Children. Okay, let's see this. So here they are saying R and S are chlorophyll. P, Q, R, S. RS having the chlorophyll and prepare their own food in the presence of sunlight. Of course, in the presence of sunlight, children, the euglena can make its own food material, can prepare its own food material. And it is, what is this, children? It is a volvax. It is a algae. Algae having the, they are also called as autotrophic plant. Autotrophic algae is considered as autotrophic because they are having the chlorophyll in it. The chlorophyll having those organisms can prepare their own food materials. So here is the fourth statement is also correct, children. So S is a colonial form of algae. It is also correct. So here is the what are the correct statements, children? Only one is wrong. 2 is correct. Only one is wrong. Second statement is correct. And third statement is also correct. Fourth statement is also correct. And fifth statement is also correct. So the answer is 2. So answer is 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? So let's see here. So children, 1 minute. While seeing this third statement, children, Q and S are parasites, they are saying. Of course, Q and S are parasites only, but only Giardiasis live in the, Giardia lives in the humans, but Euglena lives in humans. No, right? So they are in the deep of the oceans, it will be present, or else in the where it is so small light also, it can prepare their own food. So here is the third statement is wrong because only Q is only Q statement is right. It is a parasite. Both are parasites, but they include only the. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, they include only the humans. They cause disease only humans. Is Euglena can cause disease? No. So here is the third statement is half statement is correct and half statement is wrong. According to the S is wrong, children. Q is right. So that is why, children, the statement 3 is wrong statement because only half statement is true, right? So that is why we cannot consider it as a correct answer for it. So only 1 and 3 are wrong and 2 is correct statement. 2 is correct. 4 is also correct. And 5 is correct. So 2 correct, 4 correct and 5th correct. So let's see in the options, these 3 options will be there or not. So in the first option they are saying 2, 4, 5. Here is the first answer is correct answer, children. Here is any another options with they are saying first option is 1. Of course we know that first option is absolute right. This is how we can easily eliminate the options. This is why they are saying first statement is wrong. This is how we can eliminate all 3 options because the first statement of these options is 1 is there. So we know that one answer is the absolutely wrong. This is also one way can easily analyze the question. So children, this is what up to the today's session, children. Let's see in the tomorrow's session. I hope you all clear about the today's session. And before winding up the class, I would like to announce once again, I want to tell you about the very important news, children. we are starting the foundation summer camp course for the people of upcoming of 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th students. So we are conducting this foundation summer camp in between the 15 days, over a period of 15 days. In the first 10 days we are discussing the core concepts of the NEET and JEE examinations, which are very important for those examinations basics. If you have the strong basics, you can go through easily those examinations, children. So we are providing these foundation course for the people of 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th people. And the first 10 days we are going to discuss about the core concepts of these subjects and of the subjects of physics, chemistry, biology and mathematics. And after 10 days we are conducting the activity based learning. Through activity based learning, children, you can analyze how it is happening. You can get really exciting how it is the process of happening of the very important concepts of NEET. You can analyze it. And after 12 days, children, 13th day we are conducting the quiz. You can analyze your performance by before and after, how you are increased your performance. You can check it out. And after 13 days, children, we are conducting the cumulative assessments of the subjects. We discussed the subjects of physics, chemistry, biology and mathematics. We are based on those subjects. We are conducting the cumulative assessment. There you can analyze each and every mistake you done before, and you can assess, you can check your performance in the paper. And after 14 days we are providing the career guidance program. So one-on-one interaction, we are providing the career guidance program, children. If you have a dream, you don't know how to achieve it, you don't know how to go it, so we will show what kind of exams is there you can write. So to achieve what kind of topics you have to more in perfect, and you can practice well. So those will be discussed in the 15th day. So this is especially for the students of 6 to 10 children. Upcoming of 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, we are providing this foundation summer camp. The batches are already started, children. So the mode of learning is through the digital panel, children. We are creating the wonderful videos, animations to get to the concept to be understood, children. So it is both offline also and online also. If you want to attend online, children, so down scrolling number, the number is there, no children, contact with that number. If any queries, please contact with that number. So we will give you the information and we will give you the access in our app name called Medworld, children. And those who want to come through offline, children, you can happily come to your institute name called NEET World, present in Narayani G, Hyderabad. So this is how we made the foundation summer camp course, children. So it will boost your confidence, and you can know the basics mainly. So one of the very important news, the 1 week class are absolutely free. There is no need to pay 1 rupee also in the 1 week of period. So you can happily go through these classes, which is very important for you. So this is how we modified, we are conducting this foundation summer camp. I hope you all clear about this, about our foundation summer camp. If any queries, please let me know. So for more videos, and if any doubts, let me know in the comment section. If for more videos, just subscribe our NEET World channel. And the remaining questions we'll discuss in the next class, children. I hope you all understood today's topics. If any doubts, let me know. This is Narayani signing off. Thank you.